The following story was submitted anonymously by an ESU alumnus and will be read by a current ESU student. Because of its length, we have chosen to present this story on its own.
80% of 21-year-olds that were abused as children met criteria for at least one psychological disorder.
When I got to ESU, I was a tired person. My stress and emotional torment began affecting my bodies in ways I didn't know were possible. The first 2 days at ESU I spent in my Lenape dorm room having panic attacks, which led to vomiting. I could not calm down. I lost weight because eating was making me sick. One day after a visit to the caf, I was only able to eat a couple of french fries before I started feeling sick. A friend who was with me convinced me to go to the health center. While at the health center, I was sitting in the room with the nurse and she asked me what was wrong. As I started explaining things, I started shaking and crying. Another panic attack. Before I knew it, they handed me a plastic bag and I was vomiting up all my french fries from just minutes before. They told me I should go upstairs and that they would take me. I had no idea what was upstairs or how it could help me, but I was willing to try anything. Dr. Young was on emergency call that day. I was led to the ESU's counseling services. I remember crying and not being able to catch my breath. I told her everything that day, from the abusive relationship with my father to the story of my plight in Brooklyn. I just cried it all out. Turns out I just needed someone to talk to and listen to me and tell me it was all going to be okay. Since that day, back in January 2010, I went to see Dr. Young every single week until the week I graduated in May of 2013. In that time, she was like a makeshift mother to me, helping me through the weekly issues with my family to helping me learn how to face my problems and fears. She made me feel like I was worth something, even when my own parents failed to do so. She attended a very special event that I invited her to, my senior voice recital, one I invited my parents to and they didn't even come. I'm sitting here crying at my keyboard because a woman I hardly knew for 3 years supported me more than my parents ever did. She is incredible, as are all of the other counselors. I have heard nothing but good things from fellow peers about all the many ways the ESU counselors have helped students. If you, Dr. Wells, try to convince yourself that those counselors do not care for their students and the students do not need them, then you are so wrong. There are so many factors in someone's life that you cannot judge simply by looking at them. You have no idea who someone is. You are unlikely to keep treating every student like a statistic. To be a good president, you have to be able to see the individual. If you try to say, well, we don't have the money for this or for that, why make innocent students suffer? You should try to find a way, even if it means cutting your own salary, to make sure that all the students get what they need. That is what I believe is the right thing to do. No fancy gimmicks. Dr. Young saved me. The new dorm buildings didn't save me. The soon-to-be Keystone Center didn't save me. An ESU counselor did. This is my story. This is who I am. I am an ESU warrior.